Good night. This is Fumi Sleepy Time Stories. Tonight's bedtime story is about to begin.
Once upon a time, there were a nightingale and a blindworm. Each had only one eye, but they lived together in harmony and peace for many years. One day, the nightingale was invited to a wedding. She said to the blindworm, "I've been invited to a wedding, and I'd rather not go with just one eye. Would you be so kind as to lend me yours for the day? I promise to return it tomorrow." The blindworm agreed out of kindness. The next day, when the nightingale came home, she was so pleased to have two eyes in her head and to be able to see on both sides that she decided not to give the borrowed eye back. The poor blindworm begged and pleaded, but the nightingale refused. So the blindworm swore revenge, not just on her, but on her children and her children's children. "Go ahead," said the nightingale, "and try to find me. I build my nest upon the linden, so high, so high, so high, you'll never find it again." From that time on, all nightingales have had two eyes, and all blindworms have had none. But wherever a nightingale builds her nest, a blindworm lives below, in the bushes, always trying to crawl up, to bore holes in her enemies' eggs or suck them dry. The second story. There once lived a girl who had 3 brothers. The boys meant everything to their mother, and the girl was always put at a disadvantage and treated badly. Every day she had to go out to a barren heath to dig peat, which was used for cooking and heating. A dull old tool was all she had for that nasty work. The little girl had an admirer, an elf who lived in a hill near her mother's house. Whenever she passed by that hill, the elf would stretch his hand out of a boulder and hold out a very sharp knife that had special powers and could cut through anything. She was able to dig out the peat quickly with that knife, go home with the required amount, and when she got to the boulder, she tapped on it twice. The hand would then reach out to take back the knife. When the mother began to notice how quickly and effortlessly the girl brought home the peat, she told the brothers that someone else had to be helping her with the work, otherwise it wouldn't be possible. The brothers stealthily followed her and saw how she got the magical knife, then caught up with her and forced her to give it to them. They headed back, struck the rock as the girl had done, and when the good elf stretched his hand out, they cut it off with his own knife. The bloody arm pulled back, and because the elf believed that his beloved had betrayed him, he was never seen again.
The end.